My name's Mitch Albom. I wrote a book called For One More Day. It's about a guy who gets a chance to spend one more day with somebody he lost. We've been traveling around the country and we've been hearing people tell us their stories about who they'd like to spend one more day with.
Okay, Pat, if you could spend one more day with somebody, who would that person be and why, and how might you spend that day?
With my daddy, because the day he died, I didn't turn to the left and go to his house. I went to my house and went straight. And by the time I got home, my mom had called and said, "Come over here."
It would definitely be with my father, I believe, because he was such an inspiration to me. I'm here because my mother-in-law is dying of cancer, and my wife is taking care of her now, and this is why I'm getting this book.
The person I would spend the extra day with would definitely be my grandpa, who passed away when he was 93, about 8 years ago, and was just full of life, always had a joke to tell.
How would you spend that day?
Well, Grandpa would probably be drinking some Canadian Club whiskey with just a little bit of water. And I'd probably need to stay sober so I could record everything. So I would have, Diet Coke or something.
If I had a day with my grandmother, Janet Kendall Pierce, I'd be spending it at the kitchen table with all of our neighbors and family and friends making applesauce.
The person I would spend it with is my wife Toby, who died on December 24th, 1996, totally unexpectedly, and never really got to say goodbye. And certainly to have one more day or even one more hour would be a great gift from God, and I would want to spend it much as we spent the day before.
I would spend the day with my grandmother, and we would sit and drink Cokes and have all the fun things she loved to eat. And the reason I would choose her is because she loved me warts and all.
It would definitely be my mom, because she was taken so tragically and at such a young age. It would be with coffee and a good book maybe to discuss, and fireside, and maybe photo albums, family photo albums.
I would have to say the person would be my grandfather. He was a pastor. He was the pastor of my church for as long as I've been alive. And I knew him, but I never knew him. And after he passed, I really got an understanding of how much we had in common.
It would be my grandmother. She died when I was 16, and I would spend the day questioning her relentlessly.
It would be with my mom, and I would like to do that because I feel like I have some things that I've left unsaid. And it would probably be at my mom and dad's restaurant that they had a little sandwich shop, which was a gathering place for a lot of special people.
Well, I'd spend it with my grandmother because I didn't really know her that well, and she really had a big impact on my dad's life, and she was a really wise woman. I'd like to know more from her, and basically I felt that was like a part of me that was left out, not knowing her very well.
That would be my mother.
Okay.
95 years old, southern Indiana, outside of Louisville. I just was with her on the 15th of October, her 95th birthday. And I'd want to spend one more day with Mom, just to relive some of the things that Mitch has discussed in the book.
Terrific. Thank you.
Yes, sir.